Morning Blitz begins now.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
It's funny, I used to forget to turn your mic on. Now I always forget to turn my own mic on.
Well, as long as one of us can talk. I have a question really quick, right out of the gate,
right.
Before you say anything, and that is, have you put your boat to bed for the year?
Nope.
You'll still fish again?
Yeah, I'm hoping to at least one more time this weekend.
Okay.
And, I mean, you know, the weather will dictate.
Right.
You know, so.
Okay.
But we're supposed to be close to 60 and partly cloudy Friday, Saturday. So
perfect.
Hoping.
Is that perfect fast conditions?
This time of year, yes.
All right.
Yeah, it's great this time of year.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll see. You know, I've actually fished Thanksgiving weekend a time or two in the past if the weather cooperated. Last year it was like over after the first week in November. It turned cold.
Where do you keep your boat?
In my garage.
In your garage?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you had to dismantle?
My truck doesn't appreciate it.
No.
But
Neither did the evil science lab scientist.
Oh, it was blacked out. You couldn't see it. And black sheets just blocking it out. But yeah, no, we'll see.
All right.
Hopefully, yeah.
Cool.
So I will say, based on, you know, just feedback from friends, that my first year as a pot gardener was a success.
Okay. Friends are giving the 2 thumbs up?
Yep.
All right.
A lot of positive reactions, so.
Okay, great. Well done.
I wonder if I should...
You've got a green thumb.
I wonder if I should expand next year.
Now, didn't you say you're already kind of looking for a different strain?
Oh, I'm definitely doing Lemon G next year.
Lemon G.
Yeah, that is my favorite. And, you know, like, I got these 2 plants I got this year from a friend, so I got what he had.
Yeah.
Which was Mexican haze, and it's, you know, sativa dominant, which I like, and it's very good. But Lemon G was always my favorite, so, and I found seeds for Lemon G, so yeah, I'm going to do that next year.
Okay, is it harder to grow from seeds? Or is that what you did this time?
Well, my friend gave them to me. They were already like 10 inches tall.
Okay.
But they came from seeds. Yeah. No, not as long as you get good seeds.
Yeah.
You know.
Where are you getting these seeds? Is this...
what was the name of it? Oh, my gosh.
It was a website, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a place that sells...
You're not gatekeeping, are you?
No. But I love that Kelly Clarkson celebrated with me.
What?
Yeah, Kelly Clarkson came out and celebrated by covering Willie Nelson.
Hey, take me out and build a roaring fire. Just roll me in the flames for about an hour. And then take me out and twist me off and point me towards the sky. And roll me up and smoke me when I die. Roll me up and smoke me when I die.
She's into it.
Okay, now let me say, first of all, that Kelly Clarkson is one of the great singers of our time.
She is. She's a fantastic singer.
She's got to be top 10.
I wish
right?
I'd love to hear her do some rock songs.
She can do anything. That's really good.
Listen to it. Get into it, boy.
Just roll me up and smoke me when I die.
All right, we are already getting demands. Rick, where did you get Lemon G?
Oh, I don't have it yet. I just found, I was talking.
Where did you find it order it?
I was talking to my friend, and he was on this website, and then I was telling him, I said, do they have Lemon G? And he started looking. He said, yes. He goes, I didn't even realize it. He goes, I love Lemon G too. And
okay, we need the website. Can you give it at some point?
Hang on.
You don't have to do it right now.
No, I'm going to text him because he'll let me know. It's Big
Don't
Meat.
you have an order? Like an order?
No, I haven't ordered them yet because I don't need them until spring.
Oh, I see.
But obviously others know.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm going to text my buddy Big Meech, and you know what? I'll come back and
all right. So we have the information upcoming. There are a lot of people who I guess want to branch off into Lemon G growing.
Oh, it's a great strain.
All right.
It is the
what
taste.
Makes it so good?
Well, the buzz itself, like I said, it's sativa dominant, so it's an uplifting buzz, and it tastes so good. I mean, it's like
lemony.
Yeah, it's like you're drinking lemonade.
Oh, boy, you're quite the connoisseur.
It's just so good. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll get that, and hopefully I'll be able to come back after...
Are we doing more than 2 plants next year?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right.
Yeah. I'm thinking about going indoor.
Is that
Thinking about
right? How does
setting up
Heather
indoor.
feel about this?
As long as it doesn't stink up the whole house.
All right.
You know.
What do you use, like a spare room or something?
Yeah, I'll do it downstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, but I got to get the carbon thing and keep the smell out, all that kind of stuff.
I feel like we need to name this operation at this point. Thicky
All right.
Sticky?
There we go. Operation Thicky Sticky. All right. Well, hopefully I'll be able to get that info for you here in just a few. Right now, Morning Blitz trivia, $25 to Waterbeds and Stuff and Beds and Stuff Superstores. If you're the first person who can text in the correct answer to 99700. A list, which is according to a scientific study, came out of the sexiest bald men in the world. Are there bald? Are there sexy bald men?
Heck yes.
Okay, all right. Well, who was number one? Who was named the sexiest bald man in the world? Tell us first at 99700 and we'll give you that gift card. Trapped on the Morning Blitz. It's 6:24. Good morning. That's Kelly Quinn. I'm Thick Rick. Morning Blitz trivia question of the day. According to a new scientific study, it's funny, scientific study.
Okay.
Who is the sexiest bald man in the world? I'm interested to see what you think, Kelly. Prince William.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, is that? I feel like that's not who you would have picked.
No, it's not who I would have picked, although I guess I don't really know who I would have picked.
Well,
Vin Diesel, I think he's really great looking.
he came in 10th.
Okay.
Yeah. But a marketing agency used a list of criteria that included smile analysis, shine factor, vocal attractiveness, which is that how they sound? Their voice?
I guess.
And media perception is another one. But Prince William came in first, followed by The Rock at number 2. That made sense.
The Rock, and I'm going to say way better looking than Vin Diesel, in my opinion, is Jason Statham, for sure. That guy's good looking.
He did not make the top 10. At number 3 is Shaq.
Oh, okay.
And again, now I'm thinking about media perception and vocal attractiveness.
Yeah.
You know, he is a humble big man. Number 4, surfer Kelly Slater.
Oh, yeah. Okay, all right.
Number 5, Terry Crews.
Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Yes, I like that guy.
He's bouncing them pecs all the time.
He's really handsome. Yes.
Because he's the MC on America's Got Talent.
Oh, okay.
So he's anytime his shirt, sometimes his shirt comes off, he starts bouncing his pecs.
Sometimes his shirt comes off.
Yeah.
Accidentally or
for whatever reason. Now this one, come on now. Number 6 is Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
Oh, come on.
But the thing is you know how much women love a sense of humor.
Well, yes.
So
yeah,
that
that's
just
true.
adds to the package.
Yeah, that's true. I say that all the time. An ugly guy can get with a pretty girl if he can make her laugh all the time. Number 7, Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, yes.
At number 8, French soccer coach Thierry Henry. I have no idea. Thierry.
Oh, yeah. Gorgeous.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Stanley Tucci at number 9.
Gorgeous.
And
Gorgeous.
And Vin Diesel at 10.
I may change my pick to Stanley Tucci. He's handsome in a really smart kind of way. He's got those little round glasses.
Stanley, I'm trying to remember. Oh, that guy. Yeah. Okay. All right. What was that reality show he hosted?
The Hunger Games?
Oh, no, that's right. That's what he was in that. Yeah.
Yes.
No, like there was a real one, wasn't there? Oh, well, anyway. All right. I'm still surprised. I mean, yeah, I guess Danny DeVito is maybe he's really that funny.
Yeah.
Because he's what, like 4'10"?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Sense of humor does it though, I think.
All right. I did want to mention, I'm still waiting on my buddy Eric to text me back with the website where you can get the lemon G seeds, but they're out there, and apparently they're in a lot of places because we got a lot of texts.
A ton of people are, giving recommendations.
So, yeah, just Google it. You'll find them. You know, just type, where can I buy lemon G seeds? I promise there'll be a list of things pop up.
And you won't go on a list. Don't worry about it. It's all legal now.
Well, yeah, no. That's funny. All right. Congratulations to Kyla Diley from Millersport. She was the first one to text in Prince William, so she's got herself $25 to waterbeds and stuff.
It's the Morning Blitz.
And now it's time for I've Got Something.
Let's see if these dummies have anything worthwhile for us.
Oh, I don't know if it's worthwhile. We'll see.
Sure it is.
6:37.
You got something?
I got something. You know, this has been around a long time, syncing up Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon with The Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
You know. And we're going to get some flavor in here. There we go. Yes. Oh, we had a friend. He was the lunatic.
Okay.
And he'd be out on the grass, and we'd always sing at him this. So David Gilmour recently responded to this, you know, because this has been because people thought that this was absolutely, the album was done, you know. They went through the movie and made this.
Yeah, that was the purpose of the album, was to be played. That's what people think.
Yeah, like it was all, you know, all done, collaborated with the album, with the movie, and made that way on purpose. You know, they were going to do these songs, but they just, the way they set up the order of them on the album and everything, and, you know, that they were inspired by The Wizard of Oz and all of that. And so David Gilmour was on this, or he was on the Tonight Show, and he was asked about it, and here is what he had to say.
The Pink Floyd album Dark Side of the Moon was written to synchronize with the movie Wizard of Oz.
Well, of course it was.
Okay, there you go. You actually... No.
It's, we listened to it, Polly and I, years ago.
But there's no planning that out. There's no way.
No. It's really cool that somebody figured it out, you know. And if you've never done it, you start the movie, The Wizard of Oz, and you know the MGM lion roars.
Yeah.
And on the third roar, you start the first note of Dark Side of the Moon.
Okay.
And then listen to that while you turn down the volume on the movie, obviously. But listen to the album while you watch Wizard of Oz. And it'll blow you away.
Yeah.
You know, especially if you got some good Lemon G. It'll be fantastic.
I feel like that's a necessity.
Well, it makes it more fun and entertaining, you know. But it's just, I
like me, you know, I'm like sober gal here. I feel like I wouldn't have as much fun with this, the whole experience.
If you were high?
Yeah, no. I mean, if I'm just like as I normally am.
Oh, okay.
I don't smoke.
Oh, it's still good. Still good.
You sure?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You've experienced it that way?
Well, yes, but no. The first time, no.
Okay.
And so then you've done it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't really recreate it.
It's already embedded in your soul that way.
Under
Gotcha.
the influence.
Okay.
You know, the original time was under the influence, so you can't really undo that.
Yeah.
But no, I still recommend it. You know, you don't have to be high, not at all. If you're watching that because you know the movie, and when you hear the things they're saying in the songs and you're watching it, it's pretty cool. But just a strange coincidence. That's all it is. Unfortunately, I mean, it's much cooler to think that they did it, you know, on purpose. But it's still great, so I recommend it.
All right, I've got something.
Right.
The Tennis Channel has suspended one of its analysts after he made a joke about a female player's forehead without realizing he was on the air. This was a hot mic situation.
Oh, man.
It happened during the WTA finals in Saudi Arabia on Friday, where 13th ranked Barbora Krejcikova was competing. And an analyst named John Wertheim appeared on the Tennis Channel broadcast via Zoom. And during a break in play, the studio was playing, which you'll hear, I've got the sound of it here, like bumper music, you know, while the tennis, there was a break in play. They had this bumper music going, but the studio mistakenly brought up Wertheim's Zoom sound live on the air. So he thought he was having a private conversation with the hosts of the broadcast, but it was actually going out to all of us.
What do you think I am, Barbora Krejcikova? Look at the forehead when Krejcikova and John take the court. 8-head.
So you call her an 8-head. I mean, you can't say that. But he didn't know he was on the air. And so, obviously, we've all had conversations where you don't think anybody's listening. And, it's you would like to crawl in a hole and bury yourself. But it could have been way worse, obviously.
Gosh.
But still, I mean, if you're Barbora Krejcikova, and you hear that, it's like it doesn't feel good. You're the number 13th ranked player in the universe. They should be focused on your tennis playing.
Do you think if he'd have made that comment about a man, do you think it would have been as big a deal?
Oh, I don't know.
And there's a specific reason I'm asking that, and that is because for about 20 years now, myself, my friends, people all over media in different places in sports media have made so much fun of Peyton Manning's giant forehead.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
And nobody cares.
And no, he now makes jokes about it himself.
Yeah.
His brother Eli makes jokes about Peyton's head.
Yeah.
Everybody does. It's become a thing. Everybody makes jokes because he's got this enormous forehead.
Right.
And it was never a thing. So I just wonder maybe if,
I think it's just one of those things that's sort of fallen out of fashion to make fun of people's looks.
Yeah.
And he obviously didn't know he was live on the air. And I'm not saying it's right to do it in private either, but...
No, I get it. I completely get it.
Yeah,
and,
I guess it's like the whole thing was very unprofessional.
And she's not from here, so she may not understand the ball busting culture of America that has happened forever. And some things are mean, other people are just joking, and things can be funny. But I mean, I don't think you can get away with that on the Tennis Channel. Because she's not there to defend herself, and the way he said it didn't sound funny. It wasn't joking.
Yeah, he was just making a comment on her appearance, which he then exaggerated and criticized. I'm not saying I'm like that sensitive about it, but I am saying I get why maybe they pulled him off the air to say, listen, you can't. We know it was a mistake. We know you didn't know you were live on the air, but you shouldn't be saying stuff like that. So. We're going to do the right thing here. Just he'll be back on. He's just suspended.
But he just sounded mean. He didn't sound funny. He sounded mean.
Yeah.
Because there are, there's comedians out there. They make jokes all the time. And there's always a victim of every joke. But they can be funny and cute about it. And, some people can laugh at themselves. Don't know about her. I don't know anything about her. Peyton Manning is definitely the type of person that can laugh at himself. Right. He's a comedian. The guy is. He's hilarious. So it doesn't bother him. But, I get it.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, he apologized. I don't know if she accepted. She said she was disappointed that it was there was a lack of respect there because she's playing a very high level game.
Yeah.
And all he commented on was her 8 head. So anyway,
I wish I'd have thought of that to call Peyton Manning.
8 head. It's usually a 5 head. So I know that the 8 head is a real.
Peyton might be a 16 head. I don't know.
Oh gosh. All right.
Motionless in White on the Morning Blitz, 6:49. It's Kelly Quinn and Thick Rick on a Tuesday morning. You're going to see a few clouds and then sunshine this afternoon. Not real hot, high 52, but not bad, not bad. Kelly, you talked about how it's about we were talking about looks with the tennis player and what the guy said about her and stuff. And, you would know this because you're a woman. And for how long you have seen these images in magazines, on TV of women, which makes you, can give you a complex about your own body. Women in general have felt this forever, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's like an unattainable beauty standard out there, always.
Right.
So most of us fall short.
But you see, because everything's perfect in pictures and magazines and on television and everything. And so, it's like women feel like they're supposed to have to live up to that standard and everything.
Yeah, and I will say there was a trend toward more diverse body types for women. And now we're going right back into the ultra skinny model.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, over the past, I don't know, few years maybe, it's really turned back toward that ultra super skinny female model.
Well, it's finally happening to men.
Oh, really?
Yes. Social media is fueling body dysmorphia in men. Researchers have discovered a link between fixation on social media comments and muscle dysmorphia in men.
Oh, muscle.
Yeah, social media seems to fuel an unhealthy obsession for developing six-pack abs and pecs.
Well, I feel like maybe we just haven't studied men. I feel like that's always been there. When you see like these super buff men, I can't imagine that everybody's psychologically strong enough to not be impacted by that.
Right, well, but it's social media that's driving this increase.
So like the last 20 some years.
Yeah. Because, I mean, women have been putting up with this forever.
Yeah.
Ever since magazines started coming out, basically.
So you guys just didn't care about, like, GQ and all that. You weren't really looking at that. You didn't care what dudes looked at.
I was like, nah, whatever.
Yeah, who cares?
I can't afford that suit anyway. But yeah, and again, previous research focused largely on women, but they're seeing it in men now that they're vulnerable to the pressures of online body ideals.
Hey, listen, the diagnosis of men and boys with eating disorders has gone steadily up.
Okay.
I want to say over the past 30 years or so.
That's probably the same. Yeah,
used to be sort of a female thing, and then it's very much so increased among the male population.
Luigi Donnarumma was involved in this study. He said social media isn't just a platform for sharing content, it's a powerful source of social validation and can significantly impact how young men perceive their bodies. So it's now happening to men.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, It'd be nice if we all could just embrace our own selves as being who we're supposed to be. You just try to be the healthiest version of yourself, and that should be good enough, right?
It should be. Yeah, it should be. But people.
Magazines. Media.
Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah. All right, today is Exploding Whale Day.
Explain.
Well, this day was created because of what happened in Florence, Oregon, 54 years ago today. And I know we talked about this once or twice in the past, but there was a giant dead whale on the beach out there in Florence, Oregon.
Oh, yes!
And they couldn't figure out how to move it and get rid of it. So they decided they were going to blow it up.
When was this, in the 70s?
1970. November 12th, today, November 12th, 1970. And they blew up this whale on the beach, which sent massive chunks of blubber everywhere.
Oh, people were getting hit by chunks.
Yeah.
Cars were getting hit by chunks.
Cars were getting damaged, windshields broken, and here's some audio from that day.
Well, I'm confident that it'll work. The only thing is we're not sure just exactly how much explosives it'll take to disintegrate this thing, so the scavengers, seagulls, and crabs and whatnot can clean it up. Our camera stopped rolling immediately after the blast. The humor of the entire situation suddenly gave way to a run for survival as huge chunks of whale blubber fell everywhere. A parked car over a quarter of a mile from the blast site was the target of one large chunk. The passenger compartment literally smashed. Everyone on the scene was covered with small particles of dead whale.
This was a first-hand view of it. This person said, "We were running away when we heard a tremendous explosion in front of us. A piece of blubber the size of a coffee table hit the top of an Oldsmobile and completely flattened the roof." Oh, and they also say the smell was horrible, and it lingered for days.
I can imagine.
The exploding whale smell.
Oh, that's how they fish in Alabama,
Oh, yeah.
Dynamite.
Dynamite, yeah.
So today will forever be known, November 12th, as Exploding Whale Day. I love it. That is, I mean,
oh my God.
People were being just drowned with pieces of exploding
Everybody
whale.
thought they were far enough away, and they weren't.
That is so great. Oh, I don't know how else we can celebrate this today, but if I can think of anything.
I mean, I could throw I don't know.
No, you're not going to throw fish at me.
I'll throw a trout at you
No,
or
I'm
something?
good. I'm good. I think we've acknowledged the holiday.
Okay.
And
We'll move on.
we support it.
And now, the 3 things you need to know before you go.
Feels like there's been a lot of Amber Alerts lately. Am I wrong? I keep getting them. But anyway, a child who was the subject of an Ohio Amber Alert yesterday has been recovered safely in northern Ohio. But her non-custodial father, who took her, was killed by the police. Police say the 7-year-old girl was taken in Jefferson County. Authorities spotted the suspect, 47-year-old Charles Alexander, traveling with the girl in a U-Haul. They were able to stop the vehicle last night in Brunswick. Officers tried to negotiate with Alexander, who was eventually shot by police. Spirit Airlines, American Airlines, and JetBlue are suspending all flights to Haiti after a Spirit plane was hit by gunfire yesterday. It happened while it attempted to land in Port-au-Prince. The aircraft was flying in from Fort Lauderdale and was diverted to an airport in the Dominican Republic where it landed safely. At least one person, a flight attendant on that flight, was grazed by a bullet. Spirit is suspending flights pending further review, while American and JetBlue are canceling flights through at least Thursday. Also, a Delta Airlines flight, a Boeing 737, clipped a catering truck with its right wing while taxiing to the gate Monday after landing at Sacramento. No one was injured there, so a couple of little flight issues yesterday. A man is behind bars after he was found living in a crawl space of a 93-year-old woman's home in East Los Angeles. So this woman has been complaining of weird noises under her house for months.
Oh my God.
And her family was like, yeah, it's probably a raccoon or some kind of animal under there. It's a small space, like 2 feet high. It does span the whole length of the house. But I mean, we're talking 2 feet high space. And they're like, yeah, it's probably just kind of rodent or something.
They weren't taking her seriously. That's what how old was she?
I think so, 93.
Yeah, so they're like, we'll just tell her it's just
an
she's
animal.
hearing things.
I mean, why would you think it's a person, though, honestly?
Yeah,
if I was a
right.
family member, I'd probably say the same thing.
Right.
So at one point, just the sounds were getting a little too much. So the family is like, let's call the police. I don't know what's going on down there. So officers came to the home. They found a man, Isaac Betancourt, in the crawl space. Like I said, this whole thing was 2 feet high.
Oh, Isaac Betancourt, eh?
This guy was like slid in there and was hanging out and living for probably around 6 months.
6 months?
Yes. In this 93-year-old woman's crawl space. So police were like, you need to come out of there. And he would not come out. Would not come out. So finally, after hours of trying to negotiate, they used tear gas, and the guy came out. He's completely naked, which I'm like, it probably had to get naked and wedge himself into that small space. But he came out naked, and they arrested him for trespassing. And like I said, they think he'd been down there for probably right around 6 months.
Isaac Betancourt.
I feel like I'd just charge him back rent. I'd be like, if you want to live down there, like, it's disgusting, dude. But if you want to live down there, you got to at least give me some money.
Right.
I mean, and what is he doing down there?
I mean,
was he
obviously he's homeless, probably has, there's probably mental illness involved.
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to be living in a 2 feet high space under a home, naked.
Yeah. No, there's an issue there, for sure.
Yeah, I would imagine. But I'm like, if you want to clean yourself up a little bit and don't poop under my house.
Right.
Let's try to work out a deal.
You're going to let him use your bathroom?
Yeah. Maybe. If the price is right. All right. Those are your 3 things.
Falling in reverse on the Morning Blitz, it is 7:10 with Kelly Quinn and Thick Rick. And Kelly, you know who Tony Todd is?
I do. Yes. And I've never seen any of these movies that he was in.
Oh, really?
But I know his face from the Candyman
The Rock?
movies.
You never saw The Rock?
I did. Was he in that?
Yeah, he was in that. He was in The Crow. He was in, Candyman.
I was just thinking of Candyman and Final Destination. Yeah. Those are the 2 I've not seen.
Do you believe in me?
Keep away from me!
I have the child. Allow me to take you, or he will die in your place. They're my congregation. Without them, I am nothing. So I was obliged to come. And now I must kill you.
Yeah, that was creepy. Final Destination. Oh, he also was Kern on Star Trek The Next Generation. I forgot about that one. But Final Destination was my, it wasn't a huge role, but it was probably my favorite of his.
Every single move we make, from the mundane to the monumental, the red light that we stop at or run, the people we have sex with or won't with us, the airplanes that we ride or walk out of. It's all part of death's sadistic design, leading to the grave.
You figured out the design, you can cheat death?
You've already done that by walking off the plane. Your friend's departure shows that death has a new design for all of you. But remember, the risk of cheating the plan, of disrespecting the design, could incite a fury that could terrorize even the Grim Reaper. And you don't even want to with that Mac Daddy.
That Mac Daddy. The Grim Reaper. Oh, I love those. You've never seen any of those?
I haven't.
Oh, my gosh.
No, but everybody always talks about the scene with the logs on the back of the truck.
Yeah.
And so I think about that. I've never seen the movie. And now you people have me afraid of those trucks.
Well, watch the first one sometime.
I will. I will. I've always been curious about it. I think it's a great idea for a franchise.
It's they're always so creative with their
the deaths. Yeah.
But yeah, Tony Todd at age 69 was unable to cheat death, and so he has passed away. His co-star in Candyman, Virginia Madsen, paid tribute to his memory on Instagram, said the great actor Tony Todd has left us and is now an angel as he was in life.
They said he had a long illness, they said. That's what he died from.
I didn't see what he passed from. I didn't see what it actually was. But, so rest in peace, Tony. I am curious, how did you cheat death? Have you ever cheated death?
Your rock station, 99.7 The Blitz.
That popped in there. Yeah, have you ever cheated death that you can think of, I mean, I remember a couple times I almost got into a really bad car accident.
Yes.
And have managed to avoid it. But, they say when you cheat death, then you have to follow the signs to continue to cheat it. And only new life can change the plan. It's a whole thing. Yeah, you have to watch the movie.
I do. I really am so confused right now.
But, so have you ever cheated death? Smashing Pumpkins on the Morning Blitz, 724. Kelly Quinn and Thick Rick. We were talking about cheating death because Tony Todd, who played in Final Destination, passed away, and he was unable to cheat death. He was 69. But we asked, how were you able to cheat death? And we have a lot of people who accomplished this.
Jill texted in that she fell off a second-story balcony when she was 5 years old, flat on her back into a parking lot. Her head missed a parking stump by inches, and she would have been dead if she would have hit it, but instead she was not injured at all. 5 years old, second-story balcony, fell into a parking lot on her back.
Oh, my gosh.
Whoa. That's a death cheating situation. Another person texted in, we used to have an above-ground pool. When I was little, I used to swim in between the ladder steps. One time I got stuck, and no one knew I was in the pool. This person said, I still don't know how I managed to wiggle out. I was stuck underwater in between the ladder steps in the pool.
Oh, my gosh.
Whoa.
That is crazy. Oh, we got a call coming in. Hi, who's this?
Dakota George.
Hey, Dakota, what's up? What happened, man?
So this year in May, I was working at a junkyard and we were pulling a part off and I had the car fall on me and ended up, it felt like I was going to die, but I did not. I ended up with 4 broken ribs and a broken wrist.
Oh,
man.
Ouch.
The cab of a van on the rail of a truck, and we were next to it.
Okay.
Trying to get the part off, and it literally slid off. The van slid off and pinned me against another vehicle.
Oh, man. And so you felt like you shouldn't be here anymore.
Yeah.
Wow.
Woo, glad you're still with us.
Yeah,
My
man.
gosh.
Yeah, thanks so much for the call, Dakota. You have a great day, brother. Be safe.
You too.
We've got a lot of car stuff. That's a new one. The car fell on him. Gerald said that he rolled his Civic at 100 miles an hour. No seatbelt. When he stopped rolling, he said he was in the back seat and walked away, went to work the next day.
Dude.
That is cheating death.
Do you walk around just looking over your shoulder all the time after something like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's, I was trying to think of like something like absolutely positive, but all I can think about is just, where I avoided a car crash that I know would have been really bad.
Yes.
Did you ever have?
I had, yeah, well, I mean, I guess I sort of felt the adrenaline that was moving through my body felt like I was going to die in the moment. But I did have an ex-roommate pull a knife on me.
What? You?
Yes.
Somebody pulled a knife on you?
This was, I don't want to really laugh about it because it was a mental health situation. But I was living with multiple people in this home in South Clintonville. And this one of my roommates was having a mental health crisis, which I did not know was happening. I, obviously found out at the time.
Right.
But it was just she and I were in the kitchen area, and she pulled a butcher knife on me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I've never been so afraid. I instantly started crying because I was like, what? I'm just like, what is going to happen? I don't know what's going to happen here. And eventually she calmed down and she ended up getting help, and thank God.
She never actually came at you.
No. Well, she just held it up above her head like she was going to stab me.
Like, how close were you?
We were 4 feet apart.
Oh my God.
Yeah. No,
Wow.
yeah. So I would say then I know that it was the situation was, like I said, a mental health crisis, and thank God she's doing fine to this day.
Okay.
But this happened quite a long time ago.
Wow,
many moons ago. So yeah, I did feel like for a moment that my life was in danger.
That's scary. Kevin Braden said he cheated death when he divorced his ex-wife. But
okay. Listen to the. Go ahead.
I was going to say no. We got text coming in. Our phone is ringing.
Yes,
so we have to come back to this.
Got it.
Again, this came up because we were talking about Tony Todd passing away. He was the actor in the Final Destination movies. The guy working that was like burning people. Why can I not think of the word?
Wait. Say it again.
When people die and you get turned into ashes.
Oh, that you were cremated.
Oh my God. He was the one doing the cremation and told the kids about cheating death and everything. So we asked, how did you cheat death?
Death has a new design for all of you. But remember, the risk of cheating the plan, of disrespecting the design, could incite a fury that could terrorize even the Grim Reaper. And you don't even want to with that Mac Daddy.
Tony Todd from Final Destination passed away at the age of 69. Did not cheat death, but it caused Kelly Quinn and I to ask the question, how did you cheat death? The texts are scrolling. I mean, all of you are survivors. All
right, we've got some great stories coming in.
Unbelievable.
Great stories. Henry says, I drove my 81 Mazda RX-7 under the trailer of a semi while going 70 miles an hour. His entire vehicle was cut off from the dashboard up, and he ducked in time.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, Jay's got one very similar. I wrapped my Camaro around a telephone pole on Demorest Road when I was 19. Almost killed my best friend in the passenger seat. I have pictures of the car at the impound lot, and you can literally see both license plates in one picture.
Oh, my gosh.
So front and back in one picture.
Oh, my gosh. That is wild.
Nikki said, my husband was in the bathroom drying his hands after washing them, walked away, and in seconds, a bullet came through our house in the exact spot he was standing a minute earlier.
Oh, my gosh. That is nuts.
I mean, that one would freak me out. And why is a bullet coming in your house? I mean, it's like just some random thing, drive-by shooting. That's crazy that a bullet even came through your house.
Sean says last April, he was swimming in Perdido Keys, Florida, got caught in a riptide and was pulled out. He tried to swim in, started to get tired, went over on his back, and the waves started crashing in on him. His wife noticed that he was struggling, called 911. He was pulled out of the ocean unconscious by 8 beachgoers, put in a helicopter, and gotten to the hospital. There were 8 drownings with 3 deaths in that area that very day, and he survived it.
Wow.
Wild.
Unbelievable. Robert Cochran said, I was literally blown up in a dump truck in an accident when it caught on fire and almost died.
Wow.
We've had several texts from people who said they got clean from addiction. And that's real.
Cheating
that's
death.
real. Yeah, absolutely. Because usually like the really bad addictions are death sentences.
Aaron said he got T-boned in 2010 by a large truck. His car was thrown about 40 feet out into a field. And he said if the truck would have hit him just a little closer to the driver's side door, he would have died. He ended up with bruised ribs and some cuts on his face. That's it.
Wow.
Lucky.
Man, you guys. All right, you got a phone call coming in, 1-800-821-9970. Hi, The Blitz. Who's this?
This is Elliot.
Hey, Elliot. What's up, man?
When I was calling in about the near-death, how you cheat death.
Yeah, what happened?
Me and my wife went down to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and we were on like a tight schedule.
Yeah.
So we were either going to go on like a helicopter ride, like to see the mountains, or we were going to do something else. And we decided to do something else. And the time we would have gone to the helicopter ride, the helicopter crashed and everybody died on board.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. That is like right out of the movie, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
We just barely missed that, and me and her, we're married now, and we swore to each other we will never step foot on a helicopter.
I understand. I really do. When was this? How long ago was this?
So that was in 2016. It was May of 2016 because we had just graduated high school.
Well, I'm very glad you made it back, Elliot. That's pretty crazy, man.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for listening, man, and have a great day.
Yeah, you as well.
Whoa, that's...
Yeah, we looked this up, and it looks like if I'm looking at the right one, that it happened in the Gatlinburg area. 5 people killed, including the pilot.
Wow.
On this sightseeing helicopter crash.
Elliot, dude, wow. That is like right out of the movie.
Well, it's the weird stories you hear out of 9/11 where people were like, yeah, for whatever reason, I just didn't make it on the train to this World Trade Center to get to work.
Oh, there's
I was
gotta be a
late
bunch.
because, there are.
Yeah.
There are. You just hear those stories all the time where
mean.
you absolutely would have been dead had things gone the way they normally went.
Wow.
Yep.
John said 4 years ago was swimming, didn't know, or was 4 years old and was swimming, didn't know what the string of buoys separating the shallow end from the deep end of the pool were, went to the other side, couldn't understand why I couldn't get above water before some stranger pulled me out. Can you imagine 4 years old and you can't get out of the water? You're under the water and you don't know what's going on.
My mom was ice skating when she was a young girl and fell through the ice on like a pond or whatever. And she was in, that usually you don't survive that. Usually the water takes you and you can't find your way back to the hole that you fell through. Mm-hmm. Well, fortunately, people were there when she went through the ice and stuck their hands down, and she was able to see and grab a hold and get pulled out.
That one is such a freaky one to me, to get to fall through ice and then because then you end up stuck under it.
Under the ice. You can't find the hole again.
It's just like that has got to be one of the worst. One of the absolute worst. Let's see. Randy was on patrol in Iraq. Got sick from pills I took from getting my teeth pulled. My truck pulled over. He pulled over 2 feet in front of a buried 80-millimeter mortar used as an IED. So if he'd have gone 2 more feet, that would have blown up.
Oh, my gosh. And they pulled over because he was sick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got to feel like your life has a purpose at that point. Obviously, you were serving an amazing purpose at the moment, but when you miss out on death by 2 feet.
By the way, I know it's belated. It was yesterday, but thank you, brother. As a veteran, thank you for everything you did and do. And
Yep.
Appreciate that.
Mike says he caught a young man in his daughter's bedroom at 2 o'clock in the morning and beat the crap out of him.
Oh, no.
He said he was getting ready to take him. He was getting ready to sort of handle business. He was so mad. But his wife convinced him to just let the kid go. But the young man came back 2 nights later and shot his house up.
What?
It doesn't sound like anybody got hurt. He didn't mention that. But yikes. That's cheating death, and you were trying to do a nice thing.
I can't even imagine that one.
Woof.
I don't know if he'd had the chance to come back. Oh my gosh, they're still coming. All right, we have to continue. You know, these stories are unbelievable. How did you cheat death? Shine down on the Morning Blitz. It is 7:50 with Kelly Quinn and Thick Rick. And man, this topic just blew up. I thought, how many people have actually cheated death? I thought we might get, a few texts.
I
maybe
think
a phone
most,
call or two.
maybe 99% of us have cheated death in some point.
I mean, this is serious. It's crazy.
Caitlin texted, when I was around 10 years old, I fell from the top of the bleachers at a football game, 12 feet down, face first onto the concrete. To this day, we have no idea how I didn't break my neck.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
We got Josh on the phone. What's up, Josh?
Man, I got probably the most insane one.
Okay, let us have it.
It's cheating death. I haven't just cheated death 3 times. I've been clinically dead 3 times and come back.
Wow. What happened?
I've got some form of disease with my heart, and with all 3 times, while at work, I just dropped.
What?
And was clinically dead between 2 and 3 minutes each time.
Oh my gosh. So obviously,
So at this point, yeah.
Your coworkers found you laying there dead?
Not just my coworkers. My father was my boss, and he's the one that found me the first time.
Wow. That would freak a dad out. So when's it? So how long ago's the last time it happened?
Let's see, it's 24. In 2021 was the last time it happened. It happened, all 3 times happened within 4 years.
And so do you think have they figured it out? Or, could it happen again?
It could happen again, but I changed jobs to where it's much less stressful on my heart.
Right.
So the chances are much lower.
All right.
Oof, man.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Well,
lucky
dude,
you're alive.
Yeah. Very, very glad you are alive, and hope that doesn't happen to you ever again, man. Really. Jeez.
Yeah. At this point, I'm not dying till I say I'm dead.
Right.
That's how I feel it.
He has broken the pattern, Kelly, and he's not letting it get him.
All right, at some point we need to hear if you had any near-death experience during those 3-4 minutes you were dead, or
Yeah, do you feel any different after those 3 times, like mentally or anything? Everything fine? Everything seemed normal?
Everything seems like as normal as it can be for me, I guess. Just for the first couple days after they would bring me back, because the third one was the worst. And it was the longest time I was out.
I thought maybe you just dropped again.
So after coming back, everything was just like a dream. You know what I mean? Everything was fuzzy for a couple days.
Wow, that is wild, man. I'm glad you're with us still.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Thanks so much for calling and listening, brother. You have a great day and be safe out there, man.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. Wow.
That's crazy. All right, somebody texted in 22 years of military service, 3 combat tours, probably take all day to get through this person's stories.
Oh, my
I
God.
bet.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service. My gosh.
Let's see. Brennan said hit a deer going 100 miles an hour on a crotch rocket. You know what that is, right, Kelly?
I do.
Okay. Skin the deer. Cut it in half, all in one shot. Shockingly, I had no broken bones and only a small amount of road rash. I went from one telephone pole to another, had my helmet and riding jacket on, and always will when riding. Yeah, I'll bet that'll do it.
My gosh. How about this? Jeff says we had a botched crane lift. They were cabling up, but nothing was moving. So another guy and I had a bad feeling. So we went inside the door. I heard the operator say, I'm maxed out. Then right after that, a pipe that was welded down broke free, flew 20 feet up in the air and landed right where we were standing before we moved. Oh, man, that is a Final Destination story.
Yeah, that's exactly like something that would happen in the movie. Karen says, my ex-husband pulled a gun on me. This sounds like yours, kind of like what you went through, Kelly. Pulled a gun on me. Then
no, I didn't have a husband pull a gun on me.
No, but you had a friend pull a knife on you.
Yes, I did.
I mean, that's kind of the same.
Okay, I guess so. I just didn't want anyone thinking that my husband was some kind of a lunatic.
All right, I got you. Yeah, no, it was just it was roommate, right?
A roommate
pulled a knife on
many
Kelly.
years ago.
But Karen says my ex-husband pulled a gun on me, then said he was going to shoot my dog, all because the dog licked his hand and woke him up. I divorced him soon after.
Oh, best move of your life. Best move of your life, divorcing that piece of crap.
You guys, I know we have so many texts. I wish I could read them all, but we're out of time. I mean, we've been doing this for an hour where they just keep coming. It's
so
unbelievable.
Good, you guys. Thank you. Thanks to everyone who texted in. I'll keep reading through these off the air here.
It's unbelievable.
It's crazy.
You know, you're all a bunch of amazing survivors.
I'm a survivor.
And now, 3 things you need to know before you go.
Researchers at Nationwide Children's Hospital are looking into the impact that marijuana use in pregnant women may have on their developing babies. Since we're all talking about growing and, this recreational use, it would be important to know if you are pregnant and you smoke or whatever, vape, use gummies, etc.
Right.
What's it happening to your developing child? So the study has followed the children of 250 women who reported using cannabis in the months prior to giving birth. The investigators say they have checked in with the children at age 5, and so far, they have found more problems with concentration and behavior in the kids who were exposed to marijuana prenatally than those who were not. Now, the study continues. As the kids get older, we'll see how it develops. But I guess best practice would be if you get pregnant to not use at all. Of course. So, yeah, I guess that's just more proof that is the best advice.
Yeah, I mean, you should just be as healthy as possible when you're carrying a child.
Yeah, right. All right, well, I think in terms of food consumption and being able to read a label, we have reached a new low. Costco was forced to recall nearly 80,000 pounds of butter because the label failed to mention that it contained milk.
Oh, my gosh.
What do you think butter is?
I mean, seriously.
Anyway, the FDA sent out a recall notice several weeks ago for 80,000 pounds of Kirkland Signature butter. Now, the package did list cream as an ingredient, to be fair. It didn't say milk, it said cream. And apparently people don't know that it's the same.
All right.
Cream is just milk churned, right? Or skimmed. The cream skimmed off the... Guys, actually, I'm the dumb one here because I don't know, but I do know that it's milk. Anyway, what the packaging was supposed to say was that there should have been an allergy warning that this butter contains milk. So they had to recall 80,000 pounds of Kirkland Signature butter. And they also had to let people know how they could either return or safely dispose of the butter. All these people on Twitter were like, you can dispose of it at my house. I have a ton of baking to do in the coming months.
Right? My gosh.
All right. Earlier this year, there was an article about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's behavior on the set of the upcoming Christmas movie Red One. The accusations included that he was late to set, some days as many as 8 hours late. And that he would pee in water bottles to save time during filming.
Well, that's just,
So GQ has just done a big cover story with The Rock and asked him what happened. And The Rock said, yes, I was late to set sometimes. Not 8 hours late, but I was late. And yes, I did pee in water bottles to save time. Now, coming to his defense, the director of Red One, he was interviewed as well and said The Rock never missed a day of work, that he could be late sometimes, but that's the case with everyone. And he said The Rock is great to everyone on the set. All right, The Rock's co-star, Chris Evans, said basically everyone knew that The Rock would be working out every morning. And so it was sort of built into the schedule that he's not going to be there right when everybody else is there. He said, we knew it. We were fine with it. The guy was great to work with. Nobody, though, said anything about peeing in bottles, which I find to be the worst part of the story. I expect a fancy, famous actor to be late to set. What I don't expect is that you're whipping it out and peeing in water bottles to save time.
That's efficiency.
Now, to me, the bigger question is to sweet Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Were you disposing of your urine bottles, or did you have somebody else do it?
Ooh,
that is the key question to me.
We need to know that.
You didn't have to get some, lackey in there to take care of your pee bottles, did you? Because that's disgusting. What would you do? Just go around and there'd be some random bottle of pee sitting there? Where did he put them?
I hope a trash can or a dumpster.
No, he's trying to save time. You think he has time to look for a dumpster?
No, but I mean afterwards, maybe just put some aside.
Yeah, but where's he stashing it?
I don't know.
Aside where?
Like on the floor somewhere or by the wall.
We're past saving time. Why don't you just pee on the wall and save us all some time? All right, those are your three things.
Does anybody at your work pee on the wall?
No.
Maybe you got somebody that does something weird at your work. Fuel on the Morning Blitz, 8:10 with Kelly Quinn and Thick Rick on a Tuesday. And we were just talking about The Rock and, how he would pee in bottles on sets.
And
he was late
just
on the
confirmed
time.
it. He confirmed it in a new GQ article that, yes, he peed in water bottles to save time on set. We don't know if he had a pee boy running around cleaning up his mess. I hope he didn't. I hope he took care of his own bodily functions with his own two hands and disposed of it himself.
Oh, my gosh.
But gross. So Thick wanted to know, would you say, do you... I
just if you had,
suggested-
co-workers who did bizarre things like this.
Yeah.
But you said the P-Boy in Mel Brooks' History of the World,
Yes,
Part 1.
That's right.
You look like the Piss Boy. You look like a bucket of ish.
Yeah, that's right.
That movie is hilarious.
Oh, God.
You've never seen that, go back and find that. You will love that one. So we're getting some texts here. Oh, my gosh.
Amanda says, working on a job site with hundreds of people and 10 portable bathrooms. Yes, they pee on the walls and the floors. She said, and I need to know why there are footprints on the toilet seat.
Okay, now, come on. Come on.
Why, though?
I don't know. Jacob says, I work with a guy that's 34 and he still picks his nose and eats it.
That's gross.
I had a science teacher at Grove City High School. I'm not going to say his name, but if you were there, you know.
This person says, keep it anonymous, but peeing in bottles is common. I'm blue collar. I do it every day at work since I don't have easy access to public restrooms. That's fine, Mr. Anonymous. I get it that you do what you need to do to be able to get some relief, but you take care of your own pee bottles, right? You don't have an assistant come and clean up your messes, I'm assuming. So I'm perfectly fine with a good bottle pee if you're handling the disposing of it. Don't whip it out the window, right?
Right.
So that the person who's cleaning up your road garbage doesn't come upon your 2 liter bottle of pee.
Now, Anthony asked, and then Candace also commented on it, if The Rock is doing this without going to the restroom, he's not washing his hands either.
Oh, no, sir, he is not. And you know what? That's going to take a real, you've got to have real aim. You've got to really match things up there if you're going to do that. Because obviously you're not,
Right.
Never mind. I don't want to get too graphic. But we all know you've got to be handling your junk pretty firmly. You can't just let it dangle there.
We got a lot of people don't want their names mentioned. And I understand this person saying that because we don't want him getting fired or anything, but he says, I have this one coworker that's super annoying. He always shows up late to work, and for some reason, most of his clients love him, and he doesn't even try. I even have a suspicion that he's going out to his truck to do a little smoky smoke. This coworker sucks.
Okay, so he doesn't do much, but he's just out
and then
in
he
his
said,
car smoking pot and all that.
And then he says, I'm the coworker. Never mind, guys.
I was
going to
say, he sounds like a chill dude.
Himself.
When he wasn't allowed to say what his name was. I'm sorry. Boop, bleep, bloop. That's
he didn't tell me not to say his name.
Okay, good.
I was trying to protect him, but now I'll say it's Dustin. This person said, don't say my name.
Right.
We have a guy that's a big guy, and he can't properly wipe. So after multiple complaints, they got a bidet.
Okay, that's a perfect solution.
Right?
That's a perfect solution. Now, Doug says there are footprints on the seat and the tank because people do the hover. It's very messy and gross, and that's what happens.
Okay.
Okay. Now, women hover, but we don't stand on the seat.
Well,
you crouch, but you don't let yourself touch the toilet seat.
Well, maybe it was a really short person.
Well, I'm just saying that Doug is saying he regularly sees footprints on the toilet seat because people are crouching down while standing on the seat.
Because I've never done that in my life. Either way, like standing on the floor and crouching or on the toilet seat. I do feel like it would be a better way to do it if you were actually standing on the toilet seat and crouched way down.
Do you?
Yeah, I think that would be more...
Well, I think maybe that might be the only way you can, unless you've got a real seriously urgent situation happening.
It's the Morning Blitz.
It's time for another edition of Normal or No.
All right, 8:27. Jamming asking Alexandria there. Cannot wait to see them at Sonic Temple.
Oh, yeah.
They have evaded me. They were here not long ago. They headlined a show here that they were playing, and I didn't get to see them, but I will see them at Sonic Temple. They will be playing Sunday of that weekend. All right, normal or no. Speaking of listening to music and also like podcasts, because I don't know how many times I've done this, but it's been quite a few. And I didn't know if this was normal or not. You know, you're driving along, you're listening to a podcast, you're listening to a song, and you kind of space out for a bit, something gets your attention or whatever, and you lose focus on that for a moment. But then mentally you come back into focus and realize you missed your favorite part of the song or what you were waiting to hear them say on the podcast, so you have to rewind it and listen again.
Yeah.
You done that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
I'm always spacing out on things and have to rewind it.
Oh, okay, good. So I'm not crazy.
No. I'd say I've probably done it twice in the past 12 hours.
Oh, great.
Past 24 hours.
All right.
I did it. I was listening to Julia Louis-Dreyfus' podcast, and she was interviewing Catherine O'Hara.
Uh-huh.
And I think I rewound it 3 times because I kept missing it because I was trying to do something else at the same time, and I kept zoning out at the same time.
All right.
So I finally was like, stop what you're doing and listen to the flipping podcast. Yeah, I do that a lot.
Yeah, Saturday I was driving. I was listening to a fantasy football podcast, and that happened to me. And I rewound it. And as soon as that happened, I went, man, am I the only one that does that? I'm going to ask that on Normal or Nope.
Yeah.
And that's what made me think of it.
I do that.
Okay.
Yep.
Maybe you and I are the only ones.
Could be. They've isolated the two of us in a room together.
Jeez. So, yeah, I don't know. If you guys have done that, you can text us in at 99700. I'm just curious. Is that normal or nope? That's what we want to know. GNR on the Morning Blitz, 841. That's Kelly Quinn. I'm Thick Rick. What's up? We were talking about this in Normal or Nope just a few minutes ago about zoning out when you're listening to a song or a podcast, and then you kind of zone back in and go, oh, wait, I missed the best part of the song, or I missed what I wanted to hear them talk about on the podcast, and so you have to rewind it, and that happened to me Saturday. I was listening to a nerd, Madden fantasy football podcast, but they were getting ready to talk about a player, and then I zoned out, and I'm like, oh, wait, what did they say about that guy? I wanted to know, and so I had to rewind it and listen, and then Kelly made me feel better because she does it, and now I'm finding out everybody does.
Yes, it feels like it's really normal.
So I feel much better now. Doug says, dude, I've zoned out while driving and was just like on autopilot and kind of like snapped out of it and was like, holy crap, I just drove for like, what do you say, like 50 miles?
Yeah, he was going to Dayton.
Yeah, and didn't
Zoned
remember
out
doing
twice.
it. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, David said, do it all the time. Restarted the same song a dozen times for one part because I cannot focus for 2 minutes.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah, Sherry says, I ADD out all day, every single day. You are not alone.
Lori says she does the same thing with zones out during podcasts and watching TV. She has to rewind all the time. Stephanie says she will restart a song or re-listen to a song all the time because she thinks she wasn't really appreciating it enough.
Riley does it all the time, and so does my fiance, especially when I accidentally interrupt the start of a breakdown on a song. Yes, and that's what happens to me. It's that moment in the song. Like some songs have a moment, you know, and it's, you know, like I mean, for just to make an example, In the Air Tonight. Ba-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. That's the moment in the Air Tonight, that drum.
You don't want to be like a minute after that, realize you missed it.
Miss that, and there's so many songs that have that type of thing. So, yeah, you don't want to. And I have done that, rewound for the moment that I wasn't paying attention to.
We're all doing it. I love it.
Yep.
We found something in common. We can unite the country over this.
Yes, look at that. Completely bipartisan. All right, I don't know about this one, though, because Kelly, you already started with this, and when I said America is very upset online because their favorite side dish is no longer mashed potatoes on Thanksgiving. Campbell Soup has done this every year for decades. They do an annual Thanksgiving poll on America's favorite sides. And for the first time, in a major upset, mashed potatoes is not number one. It fell to number 2. And yes, Kelly, as you said,
no,
number 1 is now
stuffing.
Yep.
That is the best side, absolutely, hands down. There's never been any debate, and I just feel like
no,
I feel like the mashed potato people. I don't think they've ever had a good stuffing before. And the thing is the good stuffing is a simple stuffing, and it's a simple sausage stuffing. Now, if you try to lay in front of me some weird stuffing with
oyster stuffing,
cranberries and rutabaga and oysters, hard pass. I'm not eating that. I need a simple stuffing with the simplest of ingredients. You got to get your bread, your 2-day-old sort of getting stale bread. You need butter. You need onions and celery. You need some Italian sausage. And that is all you need to make a great number 1 side dish. That's it.
Just by you saying that, I know that you have never had mozzarella and pepperoni stuffing.
No, I'm not interested.
Oh, you haven't tasted it.
You're right, to be fair. But
I'm telling you what.
I want seasoned sausage stuffing. That is what my mouth craves. My taste buds are watering right now thinking about it, and I don't need any pepperoni or mozzarella to mess it up. That's a pizza. I'll try that on pizza night.
You're basically just eating good old original stovetop stuffing.
It's not stovetop, but it is very, very basic.
Yeah.
Very basic
and that's
stuffing.
Fine. That's great. Now, do you put gravy on that?
I don't.
No?
I'm not a huge gravy fan, believe it or not. I'm not sure why. Maybe I need to refine my gravy making skills.
Oh, is that what it is?
I think. And usually we'll go with just a bottled type sitch, and I think you can make it a lot better when you're doing it yourself. I just don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not,
you got to use the juice from the turkey. And,
we've only been doing Thanksgiving at our house for this will be our 3rd year, so we're still sort of learning, even at this, our advanced, or what do I say, mature age. I'm still just learning.
Gravy would not be considered a side dish, right?
No, because you're not eating it alone.
Would you call it a condiment?
Yes, I would definitely call it a condiment.
I'll tell you what, there's some gravy I've had that I could eat alone.
You could just drink it.
Because it's got chunks of turkey in it. You know
yum.
what I mean?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh my gosh. But gravy goes on. I put everything on the plate.
Yeah.
And then I cover the entire plate with gravy.
You need to give me your gravy recipe. Tell me how to do it.
Well, so the top 5 are stuffing, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, green bean casserole, and mac and cheese. I don't know why green bean casserole is always on that list. I mean, the way my wife makes it, I like it, but I wouldn't put it in the top 5.
I am a fan of green bean casserole. I do like it for some reason. Yeah. It's something I really, really enjoy. However, we're thinking about getting an air fryer for this Thanksgiving and doing green beans in the air fryer.
Okay.
Doing also maybe instead of mashed potatoes, is this I mean, we're thinking of maybe doing tater tots. I know that's like, I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I love tater tots so much, and I'd rather eat tater tots than mashed potatoes.
You could probably make stuffing with tater tots.
Quit messing with my simple stuffing, will you?
All right.
But anyway, have people done good air fryer stuff for your sides? That's kind of where we're leaning right now, because I think air fryer green beans sound really good.
Man, air fryer is amazing. 56% of Americans like Thanksgiving sides more than the entree. Turkey, ham, or whatever meat. Or nut loaf if you're vegan.
Nut loaf.
And 38% of people say they just eat sides. They don't eat the turkey.
I'm going to consider it a successful life if I can end this entire journey never having eaten nut loaf.
Yeah, I don't even like the sound of
Oh,
that.
it sounds bad.
Nut loaf.
No,
Dude,
thank
get
you.
away from me. Nut loaf. Kelly got a snort. 43% of adults will celebrate Friendsgiving this year.
Oh, yeah, we're having a Friendsgiving thing here at the station.
Yeah, and you and I are going.
That's so nice. I'm kind of undecided.
No,
I may
you can't
pop
do
in.
that. You can't do that to me.
Why?
You can't show up without me not. No.
Well, the thing
you're going
is,
to make me look bad.
The thing is, you know, you and I hold different hours. I split my time between the morning and afternoon because I do traffic reports. You do all your hours in the morning. Then you're done.
Yeah,
like for me, I'm still kind of on the clock.
I'm still working when you're starting in the afternoon.
I know you are. And I'm not saying you don't work like overtime all the time, but I'm just saying for me to be at the radio station is like normal for me to come in to do traffic if I just popped in an hour early. I mean, I'm not,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make you look bad or anything.
I know that.
I can say that Thick Rick sends his regards. And he sent me with this nut loaf.
Well, maybe you could try if it's not Thanksgiving, just sometime maybe in like April. You could try just Google a mozzarella pepperoni stuffing recipe and read it, and then you tell me you don't want to try that.
No, I'm not saying it wouldn't be good. I'm saying I don't want it on Thanksgiving.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Maybe try it in the spring. Try it in the spring.
Try it in the spring.
See what happens.
Is it a spring dish?
You might want to bring it back at Thanksgiving after you try it, though.
Might.
Theory of a Dead Man on the Morning Blitz, 8:52. Kelly Quinn, Dick Rick. We got few texts about the food, the side dishes, and
everybody loving stuffing for sure.
Yeah, well, I love.
They just like different versions of it. Cornbread stuffing is the best, according to Randy. I like a simple sausage stuffing. The best. You brought up the pepperoni and mozzarella stuffing, which I did look up a recipe. It looks delicious.
Yeah.
It does. Natasha loves sweet potato casserole. That is her favorite. Yeah.
You and I both agreed we don't want anything to do with a nut loaf.
Yeah, never.
Doug said I'd like to spatchcock that nut loaf.
Yes. Jesse is taking issue with me wanting to replace Thanksgiving mashed potatoes with air-fried tater tots.
Oh, my gosh.
Says that's an absolute no for Jesse.
Although I feel like I could do both. I could have mashed potatoes and tater tots, and I'd like to. Now I want to try tater tots with my turkey gravy on them.
How about dip? Okay, dip your tater tots in the mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
And then with a little gravy on it.
Kelly, you might have stumbled on something absolutely divine.
Well, I think
wow. Now we're talking. Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Also, have you ever done the box mashed potatoes? They're not bad.
They're not great either.
They're not great, and they're not as good as like homemade.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I haven't had them in many years, but I remember thinking I was going to hate them, and when I tasted them, I'm like, oh, these aren't bad. I mean, I'll eat it.
Honestly, if you want some decent, like instant, quick mashed potatoes, just get the Bob Evans pack of mashed potatoes.
Oh yes, that's
piece of
good.
Cake.
Perfect.
Yeah, that one. I like
Here's
the
your
garlic. You get the
answer.
garlic mashed. I don't like garlic mash with gravy. It's a different flavor,
right?
But Yeah, you can get them. You can get regular. You can get garlic.
You're so
you
right.
can get them loaded.
Yes.
And that's easy. They're definitely better than the packet of crap you're mixing with water or whatever. Yeah.
What is it, Hungry Jack or something?
Hungry Jack.
Hungry Jack, yeah. I'm just picturing the box right now. And I was
Nobody
like, I
got
don't think
time
I'm
for
going to
that.
like this. And it was fine.
Somebody said a payday bar is a nut loaf. Okay.
No.
Somebody said stuffing. I'm not eating anything cooked in an animal butt. All right. Well, it's not actually in the butt, and
we don't put it in the cavity. We do our stuffing separately.
Oh yeah, no, I like to cook it in the turkey.
Yeah, I think they always say there's a danger of it not being fully cooked. However, I'm already fully cooking everything before I assemble it.
Well, yeah, we'll make stuffing and cook it, and then put it in the turkey.
Oh, and then cook the turkey?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
There's an idea.
It doesn't get overcooked.
Yeah, because
inside
it's probably
the turkey.
so good with the juices and everything.
So it doesn't get overcooked or anything.
Can we just have Thanksgiving at your house? Sounds like you're doing it right.
Yeah, let's go.
And now, 3 things you need to know before you go.
All right, well, 43 monkeys originally escaped from the Alpha Genesis research facility last week. Still 13 monkeys are on the loose as we speak. They have recaptured 30 of them. Animals are reportedly in good health. Oh, good. They're in good health so they can go back in and be tested on. Authorities have been using food to lure these monkeys into traps. Apparently, they're like climbing really high up into the trees. They're staying kind of close to the research facility, the ones who are still on the loose, but they're climbing really high up into the trees to bunk down for the night. So, I don't know. Hopefully, I don't know. You just hope they'll be okay.
They should just throw poo at them and keep running and keep climbing trees, and you'll never catch them. I don't know how they caught all the other ones.
I don't know. Traps, I guess.
Traps, yeah.
Food traps.
Food,
I could be caught in a food trap.
Yeah.
I'm not that smart.
Put some basic stuffing in a trap. Kelly's all yours.
I'm all in there. That's right. Just put a couple of palm fronds on it and I can be fooled. There will hopefully be fewer travel headaches this holiday season thanks to some new rules. They're aimed at helping airline passengers during delays, cancellations, and lost luggage. Remember this for your holiday travel. Refunds for canceled or significantly delayed flights are now automatic. And supposedly, you won't have to jump through hoops to get your money back.
All right.
If they're making you jump through hoops, they are not following the law. You should automatically get a refund. Again, if that's for a canceled or significantly delayed flight. I don't know what significant means in this case, but yeah.
Well, I mean, if it's hours as opposed to a couple minutes, I would imagine.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah.
Well, it was less than 2.5 hours, so you don't get your money back.
Right. If your checked bag arrives more than 12 hours late, you are entitled to a refund for the baggage fee. I like that.
Right.
Travel experts say you should use a luggage tracker like an Apple AirTag. If you're going to travel, throw an AirTag in there, and that'll help you along the way if your luggage gets lost. All right, with a little more than a month to go until Squid Game Season 2 drops, series creator, director, writer, and executive producer Wong Dong-yuk spoke to the BBC and shared some insights into why he returned to build upon this universe after the success of the first season, which could have just been a one and done.
Sure.
He didn't have to go on, but he decided to because, number one, he said he hardly made any money off the first season, even though it was an enormous global success. He did not reap any financial reward from this.
Wow.
And then he dropped this little nugget. He said during the filming and production of season 1 of Squid Game, he lost 8 or 9 teeth because of stress.
What?
His teeth started falling out. He said the whole thing, now listen, he was the creator, director, the writer, the EP on this, so he was doing everything outside of acting. He said the entire thing was so stressful, he started losing teeth. And he couldn't remember the total. He said 8 or 9 teeth. Gone.
How does that happen?
I don't know, man. But I'm like, do you need the season 2 for dental work? Is that what the money's going for?
Well, it's just like, I feel like he had something else wrong.
Well, it feels like there's another condition happening in there. But when the stress, but stress does weird things to your body.
I know, but your teeth fall out.
Stress
really?
does really weird things to you. It can like cause all kinds of strange things. I don't know. We should do that topic sometime. What kind of weird thing happened because you were so stressed?
Yeah, true. That's true.
But anyway, this guy's teeth fell out. 8 or 9 teeth.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, I thought that was interesting,
That's
and I'll
crazy.
remember that when I watch season 2, and I really hope this guy gets a giant payday.
I know. When is it?
It's in December.
It comes out that soon?
I think so.
I thought it was next spring, but
Wait a
that's
minute.
great.
Squid Game Season 2 release date is December 26th, day after Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I'll be able to binge it on vacation.
Yeah, that's right. You sure will. All right, those are your 3 things.